Welcome to the BBC Podcast. Tapping in with your boy Tunchi. Gonna go ahead and head east this morning and tap in with my boy Ricky Lowe, man. Let's get it. It's BBC Podcast again. Tapping in with your boy Tunchi. This morning, man, we're gonna take it all the way East Coast, man, and tapping in with Rick Lowe. Been checking out his YouTube channel, man, for about a good couple months now, man. Good content. He popped up on my storyline, man, pulling up. So, man, I'll just subscribe, man, and start following, man, and drop a good content, man. I'm gonna hand it over to him. Let him address himself, man. We're gonna get this thing started. Go ahead, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you having me on the podcast. I've been looking forward to this, man.
Yeah, for sure,
I
man.
like it, man. To be honest, I want to start getting more into the stuff that you do, having people on the show and everything.
Yeah.
I like to do that, man. That's a cool way.
For sure. Can you tell them where to find your channel, man?
You can find my channel by searching my name, Ricky Lowe.
Okay.
It's the same as my social media. It's just my name. You search it up on YouTube and you'll find it. You don't really have to look far.
All right, man. I was letting a lot of the subs know, man. Came across your content, man, because you really, really strong, man. You got a good mindset, man. I see that you're really good with the self-improvement, man. Red pill awareness, man, I think is what really is needed nowadays, man, especially with younger dudes nowadays, man, knowing to make sure to take the right road and the right path and everything. How would you say, or what do you view, especially out there where you at, where are men lacking nowadays?
I feel like there's a lot of young men like myself that grow up in families that are divided, and a lot of times the child will go more towards the mother instead of the father, and the father will be distant. And I feel like a lot of young men lack that father figure, and you need that father figure as a young man to kind of guide you in the ways that only a man has experienced.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you personally yourself, you from a two-parent household or one? Or?
Yeah, in my case, my mom was out of the picture, so I actually grew up with my dad.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff for me was, a lot easier to learn than, a lot of these other fellas.
Yeah, for sure. What would you say your formula, man, what you guys are teaching on your channel? What are three first investments, like young man being lost and he knows he wants to improve? What should be the first three things that come to his mind to start with?
I mean, number one is it's got to be the gym, right? You could be not very smart, you could be not very successful, you could be short, fat, tall, skinny. It doesn't matter. Everybody can go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's got to be the first step to anybody going through self-improvement, because not only is it a valuable thing to be doing, but it's going to be one of the only things that gives you that quick dopamine.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you're trying to pursue a higher education, it's going to be a more delayed dopamine or the endorphins, right? So going to the gym, you feel it right away.
Yeah. Okay.
So that really kickstarts somebody's self-improvement journey just by going to the gym for 3 months and you see the results. You say, well, if I apply this into other areas of my life.
Okay. What would be the next two you step after self-improvement physically? What would you say?
I would say the next two is probably two would be education, or as in investing in education in yourself, not necessarily college, but learning some type of skill.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you can get to the next level, right? And the third one, I would say, build your social skills.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Because you can't network unless you know how to socialize.
And the second one, you're building your business, right? But once you get that business, if you're not social, you're not going to grow.
True. Very, very true.
So,
you hit the nail on the head on that one. How about, I see a lot of guys, man, that they don't even want to get started nowadays, and because they don't know where to find the information. They're around guys that can't help them out also, that kind of in the same boat as them. I see a lot of guys that are more just drifting, grasping towards not leaving the house, staying inside, not associating with nobody, just being depressed. Like, how would you like? What would your word be to recommend the guy to do on how to shake that depression and just get like pretty much take the steps like to get out? Like what would be like the first thing to get out of depression?
Real talk, man. I've dealt with my 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 times. Everybody has,
Mm,
and I feel like honestly, like just like in the last question, the gym.
okay.
If if you're depressed and you don't feel like doing anything, well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. The first thing to do, get off the phone,
Mm,
because social media make you depressed like
real,
that.
yeah.
If,
Seeing what other people
if
doing and what they got, what you ain't doing. Okay.
especially if in the gym yet and you're on your phone all the time, you're gonna see all these dudes that are successful, and they have a really nice physique and everything, and you look at yourself and you're not doing anything to change it, of course, but
Yeah.
you still, and that'll also make you depressed. So get off the phones and get in the gym.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I think like once you get that self confidence that you're looking better and feeling better, you know what I'm saying? Like the next step, that's the actual next step to being able to have the mentality to get out and pursue and do more and stuff like that because that confidence level goes up, so you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely.
All right. Leading on to once you feel better about yourself and you gain some confidence, get some gains in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Mentality getting different. I like another thing like with the gym, man, it comes with like a lot of discipline because you can't get the gains unless you're consistent. You ain't consistent unless you got discipline. So um, once you get all that and everything, your mentality, you know what I'm saying, mindset changes a little bit. You feel a little better about yourself. How would you like? Where would you say should the guy first get out to start like looking for women? What are the best places? Like, should he jump on his phone, be swiping on apps, or should he get out and like certain places where he should try to meet women?
So that's a good one. I think it's both. I would say personally spend more time off the apps and more in person.
Mm,
Just because, especially if you're building that confidence. First, honestly, go get some nice clothes that are gonna fit you better.
yeah, for sure.
Um, really hug your muscles and accentuate your body
Mm,
before you start going out and meeting women. But honestly, I would say it's better to go out. Tinder and Bumble and all those apps
yeah,
is like the users is guys.
yeah, for sure.
So you might match with a girl, but she got 80 other matches.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to tell these dudes, man, you can't. You gotta think of abundance mindset, man. You gotta think like whatever. How many you think, man? You gotta times that by 10, like with the average woman. So it's like it's
you
crazy.
wouldn't believe how crazy out
Yeah.
here. I've seen it. Like been in a, I've been in like a bed with another
Yeah.
lady, and she been on Instagram. You see
Mhm.
all the DMs. Wow, like
Man.
you see the Tinder thing and say 99 plus.
Yeah, for real. We had a couple of girls, man, come on the show, and she said the same thing. She said she opened up her DMs and she said she was looking for something specifically, and her friend looked over to her phone and was like, "Dang, girl, you got 99 plus," and she's like, "Yeah, it's like I don't be opening all this shit." Like she just be like going through this. She said she be
Yeah,
ignoring them all the time. Like,
but the crazy thing in real life, you can spit game.
mm-hmm.
You can have
Sure.
personality, right?
Mm.
And they can see it. Everybody can text them. You know how many
Yeah,
people text?
anybody, man. Every morning they wish the girl waking up, rubbing her eyes like 50 good mornings. Like,
Oh, it's insane, bro.
yeah,
But when you're in person, it's just you versus you. It's just you.
that's
Like
true.
there's talk at the same time. You in the DMs, bro. It's like
Yeah,
throwing a penny.
yeah.
Trying
For real, for real. Like, what would you say to a dude that they don't want to do the cold approach? They want to go out and meet the girls. They rather get the rejection on the phone because they're scared to take the L. Like,
real talk, man. Real talk. You just gotta stop being a bitch, bro.
for real.
So it's gonna. I
Yeah.
don't know nobody that no L. So
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I see a lot of dudes a lot of time. They're like, man, they don't want to catch. It's easier to get rejected on the phone. Like, I'm like, man, come on.
hey, bro, it's easier to make $20 than $100, but I'd rather have $100.
For real, that's a good point. I like that. Like, well, a lot of dudes ain't aware of this either, man. They think that what they doing and how they look is okay with being content. Man, I just made a video about this. How could you describe on how aware guys need to be about hypergamy?
What do you mean by that?
Um, like there's a lot of guys that don't understand that girls always want to date up that you just ain't enough, man. Like where you got, say you working here and you've been there for 5, 6 years, 7 years, you know what I'm saying, working in a warehouse and your income is such, and she working HR and she like $5 ahead of you already to start off with. Her car looking nice. She has better flow with her income because obviously she's still staying at home. She's still going to school. You got your own spot, you know what I'm saying? But like it's still unbalanced when it comes to the financial status and the status that she can pull. Because obviously her being like a mediocre girl with decent income, she can look up and want to date up. And she ain't looking at the average guy that's working at the gas station, helping her with her groceries, taking them to the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might look decently cute to her in your uniform, but she ain't even, you invisible to her. So, like,
Absolutely.
I try to explain to guys that you always have to understand that, like, a woman will either meet her where she's at, she'll either meet the line of what she's making or where she's at, the lifestyle she's able to live already, or she's going to date up to where you could add to her lifestyle. So if you're not at her level, like I always tell dudes, man, like stop being content of just being here and being here. Always want more. Like have an abundance mindset, have more money, have more girls, like get more networking, you know what I'm saying? Gain more business and get more shit. Like a lot of people are just content, man. They just stay where they're at. And they complain, like you said, like on social media looking like, ah damn, man, this dude, man, I used to work with him, man. Now he over here, he got his own business, doing his car wash business and do some other shit. Like, damn man, why you worry about that dude's page, man? Get up and do some shit yourself.
Facts.
Uh,
Hey, bro. There's nothing wrong about seeing people that's doing better than you.
mm,
You know, two of my friends from high school. I graduated high school in 2021.
uh,
There's me, and one of them just bought a brand new Ferrari. The other one got a
oh yeah.
Benz.
Okay.
So if I compare myself to them, it's not fair
Yeah,
to
no, for
me.
sure.
But what I can do is I can think about it and be inspired and say, well,
Yeah,
they're doing that.
that's what I'm saying.
And you know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys have that hater mentality
Yeah,
where it's always me versus them, not how can I be with them.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And as far as hypergamy, men can be hypergamous too, and
yeah, for
I
sure.
encourage
Yeah,
you to be.
they need to. That's what I'm saying. They need to raise the bar, man, and just stop taking whatever's at the bottom.
Yeah, and I see a lot of times, man, guys going straight for the bottom. 'Cause
Because they don't want to put in the work. I mean, I get it. Like they don't want to put in the work for themselves so they can attract better. So they'll take whatever they can. So
I can't live like that, man. I certain limits,
that's
and
good.
I I won't even think about that. You
Yeah, for
know,
real.
level.
No,
I've seen
that's
guys.
good. You got that mindset right now, man. With your age is that, man, because you only gonna go up from here. Like for real. A lot of people, man, I don't see that people don't jump on this mindset, man. Today, like shit, maybe mid 30s, into like maybe into the 20s, maybe if they lucky.
Man, I work with this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him yesterday. He had been married twice already.
Dang, how old is
He's an older
he?
dude.
Okay,
He's like 50 or
okay,
60.
okay.
He was married for like 14 years,
Mm,
and she never worked. He
okay,
paid the bills.
okay.
Every She left him for
Mm,
all his money,
mm,
all that stuff. And she had kids when he married her.
oh, okay.
Now got married again with another girl that got kids and all that.
Uh,
So basically, what I'm saying is the first one was hypergamous, moved up,
oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
So he didn't learn, and a lot of guys they don't learn. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, it'll be right in front of your face
Mm,
your whole life.
mm,
Hey, they learn, bro. I seen it happen. Like, bro, this one dude, we used to be friends in high school.
mm,
He was a little older than me, and so this girl that lived across from the high school, I would go to her house every day
mm,
after football practice. And
mm,
you know what I'm saying? I hit that.
mm,
And he was, catching my nut in her mouth and all that
yeah,
nasty,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like 2 months after I graduated, they got married.
Oh man. Damn.
Like that, didn't even know.
Wow, man. That's crazy.
I
Uh,
told him, so with her. So some guys don't learn.
Man,
They're so
and he
so
knew
with.
too.
I told him because I was like, hey, bro, I didn't know about that, but I told him I was like 2 months ago, bro. Like he didn't. I don't know.
He just ignored it and just like straight like fuck it. Like yeah, that sound like a loss right there, man. All right.
It's crazy, bro. How some guys they don't have this guidance. They don't have
Yeah, they
somebody
don't. They don't, man.
that's not okay what she did. You
Yeah.
got you got.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of dudes settle in their content, man. He like, man, I hope he the only one that know this. He didn't tell nobody else, man. It's cool. I'm gonna live with it, like, and that's just that's just what it is. I don't
You
understand, man.
as a red pill aware man,
Mm,
as being aware of the tendencies of female nature and everything
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
argue me, you you see it in real time because you know it. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? So like
yeah, for sure.
you, you hook up with a girl and she get a call from a boyfriend.
Mm,
Everybody had if
yeah, mm,
from a boyfriend. She talking about I'm at Sarah's house. I'm staying the night because it's too late. I don't want to drive home. I drank a little bit.
yeah,
Or she's I'm at my parents' house for the weekend.
yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
so you see this because she don't act like that around the blue pill man.
Nah, hell no. That's the thing, man. I don't. That's what I said. It's a lot, man. That I like. I just barely come across it, man. Like the last like 2 years, seeing that, like, man, there's a lot of dudes that really just don't know a lot. Like, and I'm actually shocked. I would think that people would already pick paths already being anywhere between 21 and 30, and like they really don't. They still out there learning. Women still turning tricks on them, man. And it's just like, god damn, man. Like, how old are you? Like, man, you don't understand this shit. Like, you don't understand how the woman works, how everything has just changed nowadays. You got to adapt, man. Like, social media has like a good grip and control on a lot of stuff, man. So if your mind is always plugged into your phone, like you're saying, like, man, you're not aware of a lot of stuff. You need to like do some mindset, some training, man, and get some inner building for yourself.
Bro, absolutely. And the social media is so crazy because you go on Twitter every 3 seconds, you're seeing a big booty or something like that. Like,
Every single time, man. You take, I say, like if you just get on the explore page, man, on the gram, like everywhere you swipe down, like man, like how did I hell am I? I'm not even following 10 like IG models or whatever they claiming, man, and it's just right there. Every other picture is tits and ass, tits and ass. Like it's crazy.
I don't follow more than 10 women at one time.
Okay, that's smart.
Because here's the thing, bro. I figure out if she want to talk to me, she'll talk to me in about 10 days.
Yeah, that's good.
She
That's
doesn't,
good. That's a good way of putting it.
or she don't follow me back. And if she do follow me back, I'll throw her a message.
Mm-hmm.
She don't answer, I'll like her story.
Yeah.
After that, bro, I move on.
Yeah, nah,
Because I'm not gonna sit there and just
yeah,
validate this.
yeah, man.
And
You be
talk.
up there jumping up and down, waving hands and stuff, man. Like you smart, man. Tell the dudes move on.
She belongs to the streets.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving on that. Like you said, like the mindset, like you said, is good because you train yourself with like you program yourself for this girl, time limit. You don't let her waste and extract too much time from you. You move on to the next and keep it rolling. Some dudes, man, they just keep on bugging, man. Damn, if I can't get in there, can I at least be your friend? And like, and just be hanging on there, man. Like I hope this girl changes her mind. It's crazy.
Man, I've fallen into that trap a lot of times
Nah,
back in
man,
the day.
I think it happened to all of us, man, because like everybody goes through that path of that, you know what I'm saying, not knowing no better. So everybody's just, man, as long as this girl's like around me, I guess it's better than nothing. And everybody will take it. But I mean, as I said, like as you become more aware, man, you be like, man, this girl just like using the shit out of you. You ain't never gonna get nothing.
But I will say, I was never the type of guy that's gonna like buy a girl a bunch of shit. Like
Oh yeah,
even
nah.
if even when I was like blue pill, like
Mm-hmm.
I never even like some of my first girlfriends, like I'd have them take me home from school and shit. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't, and they would buy me food and shit. So I was never that type. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
but I see it all the time, bro. Like I seen dudes, like you have your friends that got all these dudes in her phone and
Yeah.
everything. These dudes sending her money on Cash App and like
Gosh, man, this shit is crazy.
all she has to do is post on her story. Who wants to pay for my nails?
And that's it.
And
They line up. Damn. See how
I
simple
can
it is?
bro. I suppose I need money for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I
Mm-hmm.
just pay my rent.
Shit. Shit, you ain't gonna get no cash out. You gonna get a fucking message talking about, man, go get a job, man. Man, they gonna be talking shit to you.
You get the laugh emoji. That's
Yeah,
what you get.
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I said, the women are already born. They got their values, message, man. They got a background, man. Grandma, mom look pretty hot, man. More than likely, she gonna grow up and be a nice looking woman, to which to where, as long as her mindset's there and she know how to run her game, she already a step ahead of you, man. You still gotta build yourself up.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's okay to have women as the reason why you self improving.
Oh yeah, no, for
There's not
sure. But
a lot of people.
yeah, I always tell them that what's called that. Make sure like that your value is up, so that way that's just not the only goal that you're saying, because that way like let it be like the extra that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you got your money right, your body right, your mentality right, and you doing your thing, like women will come along with it. It's an addition.
How you think women like the beard, man?
Man, I think it's kind of like mandatory. Maybe out here it just depends on the type that you like going for. I think.
Man, I ain't growing
Yeah.
yet. And
Oh man, you got some ways and shit, man. I mean, you looking thinking up over top, man. Like it'll settle in. I got my boys and stuff like that. They usually keep on like they trim the top up a little bit into the bottom catch up so that way it blend in. But yeah, nah. I say you be right there.
okay,
Yeah, for sure.
so like, you think the ladies fuck with you more now that you got the beard?
I think before, yeah. I think man, like shit. I probably had a beard since maybe like 20. I'm gonna say probably like 2010 maybe. And I had what's called maybe a like I was just being lazy, man, just like grind. I remember having just a real like heavy work week, and then just I was just being lazy. And I used to always just actually just mustache and just kind of keep like a little chin strap like a little bit. And I said, man, I was just being lazy. I just kind of like let it grow in. Was just being kind of bummy, and then I said, man, all right, cool. I let like 2 weeks go by, and I actually shaved it off. And then my girl at the time, she kind of looked at me. She was like, hey, you know what? She's like, yes, you look more like you have more of like of a man look, more masculine like look when you had it. Now that you shave your face, you got like a baby face kind of like. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn. And ever since I was like, I let it grow back then. But
Okay, okay,
yeah, but
little.
I say try it out. Try it out because it all grows with the flow of the type of women that you roll. A lot of some women like they only like it if it's just up here, and if your arms and hands and all that shit like that got a little like manly hair on it, got a little hair on your chest. Some girls don't like it, so it just depends on the flow. I say the type of style of the women that you usually go for. But it does give a tip. I say to be have more of a man masculine look. That I say, yeah, for sure. What tips would you say? What's your best go to while you're out that you could tell the guys, man, like try these two right here. Like it's a 50-50 chance, man. We telling you right now, man, this is what works for him. For every man, everybody's different. But that's right now what works for Ricky right now. That like if you out and about, and these are my go tos like right here that I always go to first. It might work, might not, but like they usually work for him.
Personally, are you talking like just
Yeah, just
conversational
conversation,
topics?
just to break the ice type of.
Okay, I'm not one for the crazy pickup lines or anything like
Yeah.
that, but a lot of times, bro, it depends on where you're at, right? So, say you're in a club,
Mm,
um, at times it sounds counterproductive, right? But I'll start trying to talk to a girl right next to a big ass speaker,
mm,
right?
yeah,
I'll be and hear me obviously. So then I grab her by the hand and pull her over to a different spot. So
mm,
now she's
okay, okay,
so she like, okay, yeah, I know we're right next to the speaker, can't hear shit, so I'll go over here with him. So it works a lot better if she with a lot of friends too, because you can get her away from the pack,
yeah,
right?
okay, okay,
Things like that. If you're just at a regular location, like it's pretty calm, cool.
mm,
Maybe it's a bar, maybe it's a restaurant, and you seen her from whatever or the mall.
mm,
Literally, I just walk up, say hi, how are you? My name is Ricky. Nice to meet you. And then she usually says my name is Melissa. My name is
okay.
whatever, and you just start talking,
So you
man.
would say cold approach is like it's still good, man. The simple introducing yourself, like
Yeah, and a lot of guys they freeze up, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um, can't really have that if you're gonna be cold approaching. But there's ways that you can combat that, like by walking up to random people that isn't a necessarily a hot chick,
yeah, yeah.
but just anybody. You just walk up to people and talk to them
Mm,
everywhere you go. Just be that friendly guy that says, "Hey,
yeah,
how are you?"
yeah, for sure.
You know, helps. Even though you don't really care how they are, it helps build that social muscle
Yeah,
in your brain.
that's good. Okay. Well, where would you say is the best place? I mean, obviously you're gonna get most of the ladies that are gonna be in the club. But what about like being out? Say like you got a grocery store, gas station, like I'm not. I mean, how do? Matter of fact, let me get another question for you. Since you since you're in the gym consistently, what would you recommend to guys seeing the hot girl in the gym? Would you disturb her workout, or would you wait to catch her on the way out, or would you say you see her taking a selfie, something here and there, maybe like okay, maybe just I won't talk to her in person. I'll just find her on the gram and then slide in her DM or something like that.
I will tell you that's the thing I would never do.
Mm.
Which well, I have done it in the past.
Mm.
I have a 0% success rate with that.
Okay, y'all hear that?
As far as asking for Instagram or something at the gym,
Mm.
never works.
Mm.
Because you think about it, you got hella dudes in the gym.
Hell
There's
yeah, man.
probably females.
And and I say hella gains everywhere top to bottom, man. We've interviewed girls here and asked them, man, the best of the girls that are in the fitness. We always ask them all the time, like, you got that gym crush, right? And all the girls bust up cracking up, laughing. They got that one dude that they watch come through the gym that they want to talk to or they want to jump on or some shit like that. Every girl got one, so
Facts.
yeah.
Eh, But what I would say though, because you asked for what to do, right?
Mm.
One trick that I found gets them engaged. You say, "Hey, I'm at the gym alone. Can you take pictures for me?"
Mm.
So I can't get the angles. Can you get a picture of my back? Can you
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
picture of this? And it really helps if you're in shape and
Yeah,
you
that's what I was
actually
gonna
have
say. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
you
Okay.
know. Let's be honest. I don't think a chick's gonna want to take a picture of a fat guy's back.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I get what you're saying
But
though, because that's like a double. Like, okay, cool, icebreaker, and I'm flex a little bit of my gains real quick so she can see what's up. Like, okay, okay, I
hmm
got that.
or you could even have her record your set on her phone and have her send it to you.
Okay, okay, that's a good one too.
Like, I don't want my music to stop. Can you record it and send it to me?
Mm, okay, okay.
So that's right there too, because now you have her contact.
Mm,
Now she taking a video for you, so that's a lot of times you need that anyways.
mm, okay.
So cool little trick. Another thing, bro, just literally just join her workout. Like if she's doing some type of yoga bullshit, just join in with the yoga or
Mm.
whatever. You don't
Have you ever tried that?
have. She was doing this. I don't know. She was doing a stair climber. I went on that one next to it
Okay,
and just. But
okay.
I usually don't talk to girls at the gym because I go at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay, you saw early. Okay.
So ain't no bad bitches up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. All right. How many right now, man? What's your workout routine, man? How many days you in there?
I'm in six days a
Oh,
week.
6 days. Okay, yeah, shit, you put in the
Yeah,
work then. That's good.
Sunday. Or every once in a while, I might wake up with a headache or something, and because I work 12 hours every day,
Oh,
so
okay, okay.
I gotta in, but at the same time, I gotta keep the gains.
Yeah, yeah.
I was probably for like an hour or so. I go at like 4:30 ish, 4 in the morning to 6:30. So 2 hours.
Okay. All right. What would you recommend for guys right now, man? That's being that say they got a group of five of friends. Two ain't really about shit, and two are very productive. You know how everybody wants to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to show like one side more to the other. You know what I'm saying? Or they just turn their back on their friends and stuff like that, man. But what would you recommend for somebody to still, you know what I'm saying, remain grounds and true to their homies, but like knowing that they got to focus on themselves and get their shit together instead of letting someone else drift you to the wrong, left or right.
You know, I actually just recorded a video on that topic,
Okay.
and it's not. I literally was just talking about this, so it's fresh.
Okay.
So what I would say is you have to really have a serious conversation with those friends and say, hey man, you're going down this road, and I know you mean well, but you're slacking. You're not trying to get to the same level I'm trying to get to,
Mm.
and that's nothing against you, bro. But I'm trying to go here, and you're not.
Yeah.
So we got either you can try and go on the same path I'm going,
Mm.
which is no pressure to you. You don't have to, or I just can't fuck with you no more.
Mm.
Because I like to be the dumbest person in the room,
Mm.
right? I like to have everybody around me smarter than me, so they can elevate me.
Mm.
If I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm not growing.
Yeah, you ain't growing. You gonna be you have to you hitting the roof already. Like everyone around you, just looking around like, damn, you got to be carrying loads on your back.
Yep, and it's all about you first, bro.
Mm.
Because think about it, if everybody else died on the planet, it's still just you.
Yeah, true,
Nobody was born for you, and nobody is gonna be able to die for you.
true.
So you always have to look out for you. I mean, I've cut off friends that are 10 years old just because we're the same age and they're not doing anything. They're still smoking weed every day, working at Walmart.
Mm.
So nothing against people that do that, but that's
Yeah,
just not
that's
where
not
I'm.
what you want. Yeah, that's why I try to tell people, man. Like it ain't that you stepping down on nobody. It's just not what you want. And if you want more, like I said, you gotta detach yourself from that weight that's holding you down.
And that's a good reason to have a multitude of mentors
Mm.
that are all older guys that have been there and done that. So I have three mentors right now
Okay.
that I mean multi-millionaires that I met in person,
Okay.
and we meet about every month and we talk about business stuff
Mm.
and how can I build my business credit, how can I build my regular credit, what's going on with this, right? So I think a lot of young men need to find somebody like that can help guide them. Because if you're only around your friends all the time,
Mm.
it's also going to keep you at the same level. Even if you are the dumbest person in the room,
Mm.
it'll still kind of keep you at the ground level.
Yeah.
And you trying to beat the final boss, right? You trying
Yeah,
to
for
get to the
sure,
end.
man. Yeah, you want to be the last one,
So
see the last call.
level 2 is going to be hard to get to, but if you jump in levels, level 99 comes a lot
Mm.
easier.
Yeah, that's true, man. I like the way you put that down. Um, right now, where are you at right now? Like in your goals, what's the next step for Ricky?
My next step is I'm gonna try and make 100K this year.
Okay.
This other year, right? I just got this new job. I was working as a busboy at Olive Garden.
Okay.
Um, got this job at AT&T.
Okay.
So I'm at 5.24 an hour
Okay.
now. So my goal is to work hella overtime as soon as I can. So I have to wait on my company truck to come in.
Okay.
So when I work weekends, and when I work weekends, I can make $900 on a weekend.
Okay. Sure.
It's a
Wow.
lot of work.
Yeah.
So my goal is from the day I get the company truck to 1 calendar year, 100K.
Mm. Okay. So you already got it planned out. The math is already done.
Yep. So that would mean I would not miss a day. Everything would go smooth, and that would leave me with 100K. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Especially for a young man, man. For real, for real.
And then I want to invest half of that into a business.
Okay.
So that's my goal. I want to have 50K to put into a business
Mm.
so I can start going exponentially.
Yeah.
Another goal is to make consistent videos. A lot of times I do my videos on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and it freezes, it overheats or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
My phone, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So I'm actually moving into a different spot
Okay.
on the first.
Okay.
And so I'm in the studio in there with my cameras and my lights and everything,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of like what you.
Okay.
At that point, there's no excuse for me
Yeah.
to.
And why you're not putting in the work, man, and getting it done for
So
sure.
I want to grow everything,
That's good. That's
everything.
good. I like your mindset, man. going you for sure, man. You're gonna go places, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna touch up and man put a note in here, man. I want to catch up back up with you, man. Let's give it like 90 days, and I want to touch back up with you, man. We'll do another podcast, man, just see how far you progress, man. We'll see how far. I mean, I don't know. We still invested in the studio over here, so we'll just see how far we can get this thing to grow. And
Hey,
I'm glad we connected, man, and make this network happen.
bro, my next step is what you got. Your next step is above
Yeah,
that.
above, yeah. I get
Right?
you.
I'm got,
I get
but
you.
I know you.
Yeah,
The
yeah. We have to, man. Everything has to keep on rolling up.
facts, bro, and I can't wait to see where you go from here, man. I love the show, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks. I mean, I'm glad, man. Like honestly, man. Like you're like I see like your videos. I see everything is about 5 to 10 minutes and everything like long. I catch it like everything like when I'm free. But like talking to you like straight live time, man. Like man, your mentality is really tough, man. You're gonna go over a lot of places, man. Like I want my son, man, to be like have a mentality like that, man. So you in the right place,
Yeah,
man. You're gonna be going places for sure. Make sure just don't let nobody throw you off, man. I know especially you on your goal. And like while you rolling, get that 100K, man, the ladies gonna start seeing it too, man, and be hanging on your ankles, man, and handle them well. I ain't telling you to ignore them, but just handle them well, man, so they don't blind your vision, man, and get that goal done.
yes, sir, man.
Yeah,
I can't look. I can't wait to do this again, man.
yeah, for sure, man. We gonna keep in touch, man. And one more time, man, can you tell me what's your IG so they can tap in with you there too, man? Make sure you follow them, man. Subscribe.
My Instagram is that one Ricky Kid. It's all one word. My YouTube channel is Ricky Lowe. That's my name, and you can always hit me up or whatever.
Yeah,
So
for sure, man. We'll keep in touch on, man, especially off of here. So, man, we got your line, man. I'm gonna hit you up. Cool,
yes, sir.
man. I appreciate you doing the show, man. Shout out to Ricky Lowe, man. We'll touch up with you soon, man. Appreciate you doing the show for me.
All right, bro. Thank you.
All right, man.